If you've been struggling with histamine intolerance or allergies, you may have felt frustrated by the lack of clear answers or solutions. Today we're going to break it all down, help decongest some of the mystery around it, from how histamine is produced and how it can accumulate in the body, and what you can do to manage it. No fluff, no confusing jargon, just straight facts so that you can make informed choices to feel better faster. Histamine is a naturally occurring chemical in your body that plays a role in your immune response, digestion, even your central nervous system. It's produced by mast cells, which are part of the immune system, and they're spread throughout your body, especially in places like your skin, lungs, and digestive tract. When your body encounters a potential threat, like an allergen, pollen, mold, pet dander, etc., or an injury, mast cells actually release histamine. This triggers a cascade of events. Blood vessels expand to increase blood flow to the area. Your immune system responds, and inflammation occurs to help heal the area. This is all part of your body's natural defense mechanism. But sometimes, if there's too much histamine in the body, or if it's not properly broken down, it can result in symptoms like inflammation, increased mucus and congestion, blocked sinuses, headaches, bloating, or rashes, and it's all about balance. When that balance is disrupted, problems can arise. The key players in histamine production are mast cells. These are the cells in your body responsible for releasing histamine when needed. Think of it as the emergency response team of your immune system. When mast cells detect something that they consider harmful, whether it's an allergen, an injury, or an infection, they release histamine to get the job done. It causes blood vessels to dilate, which allows more immune cells to reach the affected area and work on fixing the issue. This is why you might be experiencing redness, swelling, or irritation around the areas exposed to the trigger. The problem occurs when the mast cells continue to release histamine in response to too many triggers, like repeated exposures to allergens, stress, or certain foods, leading to an overload of histamine in the body. When histamine builds up, your body can't process it efficiently. And histamine doesn't just come from your body, it can also come from your environment. Environmental factors like pollen, dust, mold, pet dander can trigger the mast cells to release histamine, setting off allergic responses. These are common external triggers that many people deal with, especially during certain seasons of the year. But what might surprise you is that certain foods also naturally contain histamine or trigger the body's histamine response. Foods like aged cheese, fermented foods, alcohol, wine and beer, processed meats, they're also known to be high in histamine. When you consume these, especially if you have histamine intolerance, your body may struggle to break it down, leading to an accumulation of histamine and worsening symptoms. Whether it's something in the air, your daily diet, or both, histamine can start to build up in your system, leading to uncomfortable symptoms that you might already be familiar with. Histamine accumulates in the body when it's released faster than it can be broken down. This is often the result of constant exposure to allergens, histamine-rich foods, or environmental triggers. In healthy individuals, the body has enzymes that help break down histamine, specifically diamine oxidase, or DAO. However, if your DAO levels are low, or your body isn't processing histamine quickly enough, it can accumulate in your system, leading to a build-up of histamine. This overabundance can cause a range of symptoms, from mild issues like congestion or headaches to more severe symptoms like skin rashes, fatigue, and digestive discomfort. So managing histamine overload is all about finding ways to break the cycle of the accumulation and reduce your exposure to triggers. Fortunately, there are practical steps that you can take to regain control and reduce histamine-related symptoms. So let's take a look at one of the more complex aspects of histamine intolerance: probiotics and fermented foods. These are often seen as beneficial for the gut health, but when it comes to histamine, there's things to consider. Fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, and aged cheeses are produced through a process where bacteria break down food to enhance flavour and preservation. During this process, histamine is naturally produced as a byproduct. This is why fermented foods can be high in histamine and may cause issues for those that are sensitive and histamine intolerant. So when you consume high histamine foods like these, your body may struggle to break down the histamine, causing symptoms to flare up. This is particularly important for people who have lower levels of DAO enzyme, which is responsible for breaking down excess histamine in the body. The good news is that not all probiotics are created equal, and some strains actually help break down histamine rather than increase it without making your histamine load worse. If you're looking to add probiotics to your diet but want to avoid histamine buildup, it's important to choose the right strains. Many health experts recommend probiotic supplements with specific strains designed to support gut health without contributing to histamine issues. For example, Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus plantarum, and Bifidobacterium infantis are known to be low histamine producing strains that can benefit your gut health without making your histamine load worse. However, beautiful fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, and certain cheeses should still be consumed with caution if you're sensitive to histamine. It's important to test your body's responses and be mindful of how these foods affect you. For those with histamine intolerance and sensitivities, choosing lower histamine foods or opting for probiotic supplements may be a better route. And although kimchi is listed as a high histamine producing food, it's about the balance. You may or may not be sensitive to it, and if you think that you won't have a strong allergy to the kimchi nasal treatment to help unblock your sinuses, check that video out on my channel. In that video you'll discover the probiotic strand that's uniquely in kimchi. Backed by research, the good bacteria can help combat blocked sinuses. Now let's talk about a natural remedy that could help you find relief when histamine is causing you discomfort. Eucalyptus essential oil. This amazing oil is well known for its anti-inflammatory and decongestant properties. It makes it an excellent option for people dealing with histamine-related symptoms, particularly those affecting the sinuses, respiratory system, and the skin. When you inhale this refreshing therapeutic essential oil or apply it topically, diluted with a carrier oil, it works in several ways to provide relief. Eucalyptus contains eucalyptol, a compound known for its ability to reduce inflammation. This is particularly helpful if histamine is causing swelling in your nasal passages or airways. It can help open up your sinuses, making it easier to breathe and reduce the overall feeling of congestion. Eucalyptus oil has been shown to have mast cell stabilizing effects. Remember how mast cells are responsible for releasing histamine when they detect a threat? Eucalyptus oil may calm the overall mast cells, reducing the release of excess histamine. Eucalyptus is also rich in antioxidants, which help to support your body's natural ability to repair itself and reduce the impact of free radicals, which can make histamine intolerance symptoms worse. Some drops in some cotton wool balls, make your own diffuser. You could put it into a carrier oil, castor oil, or coconut oil, pop it in an electric diffuser, or throw some in the bottom of a nice hot steamy shower. Histamine is a powerful compound that plays a role in protecting your body, but when it's out of balance, it can cause a range of symptoms. By understanding what triggers histamine, how it accumulates, and how you can support your body's ability to process it, you can regain control and start to feel better. Through probiotics, managing histamine-rich foods, or using natural remedies like eucalyptus essential oil, you have more tools than you realize. I hope this video helped you get your head around the sources of histamine. Remember to take small steps, listen to your body, and find what works best for you. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, share it with someone who you think may benefit from the information. Subscribe to the channel for more health tips. See you in the next video.